What's going on, Steps Ahead gang? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I appreciate you guys for tuning back into another visual over here on the Steps Ahead channel. And if you're new, just clicking onto my page on my channel for the first time, I would tell you guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because over here on the Steps Ahead channel, we're all about the latest and greatest brand reviews, how-to, travel reviews. So with all that being said, you don't want to miss out on that, I promise you. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm sure you guys already read it. We will be starting up our own little eBay store, and we're gonna see if we're able to actually make some money in a reasonable amount of time, especially now with eBay not having the actual selling fees and the little fees that your StockX and your GOAT have. So we're gonna dive into the actual eBay store. A lot of people kind of veered away from eBay just because of the fakes and a lot of the hidden fees that they have, but now with them stripping away the fees, everybody's starting to look at eBay again. So this could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, but we're going to go in this together and actually build up a store. I've been selling on there before, but I have two pair that I'll be actually putting up for actual sale on the actual store. So I'm gonna take you guys along, show you guys the exact way of how to build up the store, and we'll see how things go. So let's go ahead and get into this video. So for the first step, if you haven't already, make yourself an eBay account. It takes about a minute or so to actually make an account. If you're not over 18, then you have to get somebody to make you an account that's over 18, because they don't accept anybody that's younger than 18. So after you do that, make yourself an account. I would highly suggest you to go ahead and download yourself this app, the eBay app. So if you have an iPhone, go ahead to the App Store. If you have an Android, go ahead to the Android market. But I would definitely say download the app, just because you want to have the eBay store in your actual pocket at all times. You don't always have your laptop, and you definitely don't always have your desktop around you. So this is smart, just makes it that much easier to sell on the app, just in case you sell it on the fly, and you gotta always be ready. So now that we have the app open, the first thing you do is you want to click on your My eBay. So once you click on your My eBay, then you click on the selling tab. Now you're ready to sell. So the two shoes that we're going to be selling today are a used pair of Jordan 11. These are the Legend Blues, came out I think 3-4 years ago. So I'll be selling these right here. These are not brand new, these are used, like I said, good condition of course. Then we have a dead stock pair of BBC Human Race collab. These are the Pharrells. These are definitely clean. I have a couple pair of these, so I'll be trying to sell these too. So I have the box with both of them, so we're going to go through the process of how to actually scan the shoes in. So there's 3 ways that you can actually scan these shoes in. Either you can get the actual box. If you have the box, you can scan the barcode, or you can type in the barcode, or you can just type in the name of the shoe. So you got 3 ways to do it. Sometimes this barcode doesn't work. You'll see I had a little issue with the barcode. It was giving me some errors, so it actually didn't work, but I was able just to type it in. And once I typed it in, the shoe came in, and I was able to put in the information that I needed. So another tip that I will put out there is make sure you fill out all the descriptions. As you can see, I'm going through the description box. You have to make sure that you fill out as much of the information as possible. The more information that you fill out, the better hits you'll get for more people to actually view your actual item. So I would say that's a major tip, is make sure you fill out the description. And another thing that I would say once you get to the picture part is make sure when you're taking pictures, this is the first shoe I put up for sale. Make sure when you're taking pictures of all the details of the shoe, so people can actually authenticate the shoe and look at it, so they know exactly what they're getting before you actually ship it to them. So that's another important tip, is make sure that you actually take good pictures of the shoe. Don't just put 2 pictures. I think you can have up to like at least 15 pictures. So the more the better, so the person knows exactly what they're getting, so it's no confusion. Now we get into the most important part, and that's why everybody's here, and that's to make money. So now that we're on the actual selling part of it, they give you like a suggested price of what you should sell the item for, and that goes off of what the item is sold for, I guess, within the past 30 days. And then you got your different formats. You can do a buy now format, you can do a bid with the send offer, or you can do a buy now with the send offer. So depending on how you want to configure it, Me, how I go, I'll just throw it out there. I'll start a bid at a certain number that I'm selling it for, like the least amount. I'll let it go for, and then from there I'll let people to either, you know, bid on it, or I have a buy now price. So that's my whole strategic strategy, how I go into it. But you can configure it either way. You can just say forget that and just say buy now or send offer. Only thing about the bidding, when people do the bids, I will say, and I had, you know, a little issue with that. If you looked and you saw how I had, you know, more sales. Well, I had 2 sales actually, but I really only sold 1 because 1 got backed out of a bid. So that's the only bad thing about bids. When they bid, they still have to actually send the payment. It's not like it's automatic. So that's the only thing about bids, but I'm not really worried about that. I'll try my hand. And another thing, when you first start selling, you won't be receiving your money instantly, especially if you're new to eBay. For me, I'm new to eBay, so it was saying it was going to be ready. I sold a pair of shoes probably like a week ago, so it's pretty much was saying it was going to take about 3 weeks to get my actual first payment. Now I'm sure that's going to, you know, continue to go down, just as in, you know, the more I sell, the more they can, you know, make me credible, like, okay, this is not a scammer. So I understand why they're doing it. They're just trying to protect themselves, you know, from scammers and all that. So that's another little, you know, tip. You know, don't look for your money. If you're new to it, you won't get your money instantly, but just stay patient and you'll get the money. So like I said, your suggested prices, this is some research you got to do. I would look at other apps too before I actually just go off of what eBay says. Look at other apps, look at what you're willing to sell it for, and just, you know, you got to maneuver around, and it's going to take a little trial and error. So with those tips, you know, I feel like you'll be able to, you know, at least get a solid foundation for your store. And from there, you know, we're going to check back in, because I was only able to sell 1 pair of shoes on it so far. Even though it showed 2 sales, I only was able to sell 1. Like I said, the other guy backed out the bid. He said he didn't have enough money, or whatever the case may be. So I didn't even get to actually sell that one, but I did get to sell 1. So we'll do, you know, a follow-up video on me actually, you know, how long it actually took me to get paid. I can go over when I actually sold them, and, you know, the process, how many days it actually physically took for me to get my first payment. So also, you set your payment up on PayPal. I mean, if you don't have a PayPal account, I think you can do your actual debit card as well, but I just use PayPal because that's, you know, a lot easier. So make sure, and another thing too, when you're setting up your actual store, always add signature confirmation as well, because trust me, I lost, you know, a nice shipment based upon, because I didn't want to add that $2. I think it was like $2.50 or whatever. It's no more than $3 at the most. Add that on to whatever you ship out, because you want to make sure that they're not just leaving it there and just, you know, walking off or whatever case may be. So make sure you get signature confirmation. That's one thing I'm glad I added. If you stuck around this long, that's a gem. A lot of people kind of skip over that. They're trying to save a buck. That's not the way to go. So hopefully you guys, you know, were able to take these tips and, you know, maneuver around to get your store, you know, actually just up and started, up and running. You don't just have to sell sneakers, but like I say, eBay is doing the thing where they're cutting out all the sellers fees for sneakers in particular. So it's a good time if you got some sneakers around, go ahead and throw them up there, you know, and try your hand at the end of the day. That's what it's really all about, is, you know, starting your entrepreneurship in some form or fashion. If it's starting with shoes, or if it's starting with, you know, clothes, or whatever the case may be, go ahead and check eBay out. Thanks again for you guys tuning in, man. We on the road to 1K, man. So I'm definitely appreciative of all you guys. Keep tuning in, keep giving me the good feedback, and we're going to continue to keep going strong each and every week. So thank you guys. You know how it go. We out of here. Peace.